with that down, let's move on to this, shall we? Last night, it was Double D, Daredevil Born Again, 2 episodes, episodes 5 and 6 aired last night. And listen, I'm going to just give you guys some heads up right now. We are going to get into some spoilers. Talking about the episodes last night. They've been out overnight, so you've had the chance to see it. If you haven't, see this little spoilers warning that Jonathan put up? Okay. You're going to want to mute your phone, TV, computer, laptop, iPad, whatever, as long as the spoilers warning is up. Once the spoilers warning comes down, you can unmute your computer or your device, whatever it is you have. But you've been warned. There it is. All right. I loved episodes 5 and 6. They were not what I thought they were going to be.
No.
But before I did the post-game show last night, and before I started the stream, I looked in the live stream, and a lot of people were saying, oh, episode 5 was filler. Was a filler episode. To which I said, if you call episode 5 a filler episode, one of two things are true. Number one, you don't know what the definition of a filler episode is. Or number two, you weren't paying attention to the major story, like season-long story arcs that were playing out in that episode. Because like a filler episode, and some of my favorite shows have filler episodes, and I love some filler episodes. Supernatural has filler episodes, and they're often quite good. Sometimes they're not, but often quite good. But the thing is, a filler episode is when an episode completely breaks away from the story of the show and just does a isolated, self-contained episode. Community even did an entire episode making fun of the fact that it was a filler episode, right? So it's completely isolated from any of the ongoing stories. Well, it's just an isolated thing. That was not episode 5 of Daredevil last night. There were two major things happening as far as narrative storylines go. One, the entire percolating gang war is played out. The entire bank heist itself was about that gang war. And I guarantee you, with Luca being the head of it, Luca, who then goes later and shows up in Kingpin's office, I guarantee you the fact that the bank robbery's gone bad is going to come up again later on. The whole thing about the diamond, that's going to come back up again later on. The whole episode was based on that big narrative that's running through the entire series. The second thing is this. It was the culmination, more importantly, it was the culmination of Matt deciding to embrace being Daredevil again. See, some people will see episode 6 when Matt goes, fuck it, and he goes and puts on the costume and goes fight. That's not when he decided to become Daredevil again. Episode 5 was the culmination of the season-long struggle he's had so far since abandoning being Daredevil, and then every episode being tempted, feeling that pull more and more and more to re-embrace being the devils of Hell's Kitchen. Because at the end of the episode, once the smoke has been cleared, the hostages are safe, Matt at the beginning of the season would have gone, oh yeah, the leader guy got away, but I'll leave that up to the system to deal with. I trust the system's going to deal with it, it's not up to me. Instead, Matt decided to be Daredevil again. He put on the mask. It wasn't his Daredevil mask because he didn't have it on him. He put on the mask, lied to the cops saying, oh, I got to go to the ambulance. Oh, and he rushed out there and snapped that dude's leg like a twig. By the way, that was one of the most awesome, violent shots I've ever seen. And the sound effect of it when the bone breaks in the guy's leg, is like chef's kiss, masterpiece. It was the moment he decided to become Daredevil again. That was episode 5. That wasn't episode 6. So, I mean, I thought the episode was great. Some great fight scenes, action scenes. I love the head of the bank robber crew. I thought he was really funny. And having Mr. Khan in it was so great. It was so great having him, Kamala's dad. And I really do hope they pay off that dinner. When he says to her, you got to have dinner, said, I'll take you up on that. Maybe I can meet Kamala. Like, I hope we get to see that at the end of the season, just as a little tag at the end. I think that'd be great. And then episode 6. Oh my God, episode 6. Can we talk about episode 6?
Your show?
The entire season of Daredevil has been a story of two parallel paths. Matt and Kingpin, both having believed they can leave behind who they were and they're both going to do things differently. But as the show has progressed, you see the veneer starting to crack on both of them. And in episodes 5 and 6, I believe we see it. Well, obviously we see it happen with Matt in episode 5. And then Kingpin, man, I said this last night. You know, writing is amazing when you've got the villain on screen and you kind of low-key find yourself cheering for him. Because as Luca is standing in the mayor's office and threatening Kingpin, I just wanted Kingpin to pull a Vader, snap his hand out, grab him by the throat and lift him off the ground and then rip his body in half. But he didn't. But the performance by Vincent D'Onofrio, showing the frustration and still trying to keep it calm and all that kind of stuff. And then he goes and has dinner with the city elites, with the government officials, stuff like that. And they're all talking down to him. And you got the swordsman in there, which is so cool because Swordsman knows who Wilson Fisk is.
Yeah.
He knows what Kingpin is, and he doesn't give a crap. He ain't impressed. He's the swordsman. It's like, it's so perfect for his character. And then finally at the end, you know what? When he goes and beats up Adam at the end, that wasn't about Vanessa. That wasn't about Vanessa. Oh, he may scream, mine, which is a great line, by the way. He may scream that. That was about, I've spent this entire episode being shit on, and I need to take it out on somebody. And sorry, Adam, but you're the kid. He's going to go and take it out on you. And he goes and beats the shit out of him. And then they put in that one little camera shot where you see Adam still breathing because they made a note. Wilson is keeping his promise to Vanessa. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, PrizePicks. Baseball season is officially here, and if you're not running your game on PrizePicks yet, you are seriously missing out. This is daily fantasy made easy, and it's how I keep every pitch exciting. You see, PrizePicks lets you pick more or less on player projections like strikeouts, RBIs, or hits, and that's it. I just cooked up my lineup for this week. I'm taking Shohei Ohtani for more than one home run and Julio Rodriguez for more than one stolen base. Whether it's baseball, basketball, or even esports, you can mix and match players from different sports for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your money. And the app is super intuitive. It takes under 60 seconds to lock in your picks. And here's a little bonus. Every Tuesday is Taco Tuesday, where you get select player projections at a discount. More value, more fun. So download the app today and use the code Campea to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's right. Download the app today and use the code Campea to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, run your game. And here's what I came to believe, Chris, in this episode. This is my big takeaway from this episode. I want to know what you think about it.
Okay.
Vanessa wants him to be Kingpin again.
Oh, yeah.
She's saying, promise me you won't kill Adam. But she wants to find out he went and beat the shit out of Adam. She wants him to be that guy again. I think she wasn't just pissed off that he up and left for a year, whatever. She's pissed off of what came back. She wants Kingpin. And yeah, I love, one other little theory that I want to know what you think about.
Yeah.
The therapist Matt is sleeping with, she's controlling Muse. That little speech she gives, that conversation she has with Mao, she goes, I'm fascinated about, does wearing the mask then justify the things that you do? Does wearing, I want to write my next book about vigilantes. Does wearing the mask justify the violence that you then do? I wonder if she's not controlling Muse. Again, that's just a theory that came up on the after show last night. So anyway, what did you think about the episodes? And specifically, what do you think about those two theories?
Ooh, I like that theory because we've already been kind of set up for, she's probably going to deal with Muse and then be taken hostage and then her blood's going to be in a mural. Oh no, that's more interesting. I like that a lot. Also, yeah, Vanessa absolutely wants Kingpin to be Kingpin again because his whole arc right now is an arc about being impotent. That's what we're dealing with, is he is not pleasing his wife. He is not pleasing himself because he is not doing crime the way that he wants to anymore. He's not taking ownership of anything. He is a powerless man with the label of power, right? No one is taking him seriously. No one sees him as a threat anymore, as somebody who can do anything.
That's why Luca felt he could just go into his office and talk down to him.
Exactly. And in what world would that have ever happened before? You know, he would have had his ass handed to him. So the whole thing with Kingpin just beating the shit out of Adam is all about that power struggle. It has almost nothing to do with the fact that he slept with his wife. It's all about
Doesn't help.
No.
Doesn't help.
It's I am justified in hurting this man.
Yeah.
Because that's also the other part of the struggle. I'm a good man. I've changed. I can better this city in a legitimate way. No, you can't, man. You really can't. So that whole thing is so interesting and fun to be watching right now. I loved Yusuf Khan showing up in this. I think he's so wonderful. I love that actor. I think he plays him so beautifully. I thought the dynamic between him and Matt was just so charming as well.
I loved it.
I want him to go on all of the adventures with Matt Murdock now. I thought he was just great.
Remind me who again Yusuf is?
He's
Kamal's dad.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Kamal's dad, yeah.
Which was so great. I love the big heist episode. I think it's really fun and interesting. We have that little twist at the end too, with everything going to Luca. I don't see why people think it's filler. I can understand maybe people thinking it of like an elaborate one-off or a bottle episode almost, in that we are in that one bank location the entire time. But it really is about showcasing what Matt is capable of, how people are constantly underestimating him. And that is the real superpower here too, of he can do things as Matt, but sometimes he needs to do them in the Daredevil kind of way. And seeing this moment also does catapult him into, there's still a lot I can do with these skills that I've developed. There's still so much this city needs from me as Daredevil, not just as the solicitor.
The one thing too that I really liked about the episodes was that, and I mentioned this a lot last night, was that they don't just gloss over the fact that Matt hasn't been acting as Daredevil for over a year. He's rusty. I love the fact that when he gets into that stairwell fight with the bank robber, the bank robber gets in his shots. That when he gets into the fight with the cop on his, with the guy dressed as the cop in the street before snapping his leg, that guy gets in some shots. That when he fights Muse gets in some shots. They're not glossing over the fact that Matt is rusty. And I like the fact that they're embracing that too. And then we haven't even talked about Muse. My God, that was great. I mean, they're not giving him the superpowers that he has in the comics, and that's fine. That's not really the most important thing about him. It's what he represents. And I thought the episodes were absolutely fantastic. Guys, the question is for you. What do you think about episodes 5 and 6 of Daredevil? I love them both, 6 especially. Whatever you guys thought about them, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.